got your folder. I heard we're gonna have a conversation today.
On the record.
My training is too intense for weight loss.
For what?
Weight loss management. My training is too intense. I'm doing too much.
One team, I got 30 games for one team. The other team has about 20 something. Yeah.
Good though.
Okay, so it's hard when you walk in and see your doctor and a nutritionist talk to you, and they're both bigger than you.
When you say bigger than you, you mean like overweight or like, hey, I'm strong and muscular?
To me, they looked out of shape.
Okay.
This is like making me nervous because I don't like this. Okay, so I sat down and I showed her everything in my FitnessPal. They did my weight, they did the BMI.
So they used the same thing?
Yes, I contested it, and they said, well, a woman of your age, your weight, your height, your ethnicity, all this kind of stuff. She said, we want you eating 1624 calories. So 1600, what is it, 1624. And I said, well, my FitnessPal tells me this. Well, how did you decide? That's what she wanted to know. Then she said, well, what do you work out? Like, what's your workout? So I showed her the app and gave her the last like 3 workouts. And then she said, well, what's your meal plan? And I said, well, the last 2 weeks we've kind of been doing this intermittent fasting, where I'm eating 8 hours on, 16 hours off. And she said, well, we want you to stop that. That's not the way we want you to eat. You're eating too much too soon. And I said,
eating too much too soon?
Too much too close together. I'm eating too much in a small amount of time, 8-hour window. So then she asked, well, what are you upset about? And I said, my weight, whatever, just, you know, I'm not losing weight. And I said, and I know I'm gaining muscle and all that, but I want to know if there's a way, what do I need to change? Is there a meal plan, other ideas? I'm just looking for suggestions. So she gave me this lovely sheet about creating a healthy environment that provides all things I should have to make myself a healthy environment. She said, well, maybe your heart rate, they looked at the thyroid blood results, said your thyroid's fine. It's not a metabolical issue because my blood work is fine. So then she said, well, maybe you're not meeting your target heart rate. And I said, well, I don't know because I don't have a Fitbit and I don't count, like, I don't do the pulse thing. I said, but when I used to do it, I used to lie and say it was higher than it was because my heart rate was never, even when like I swam, played soccer, all. So she gave me all this stuff to read about my target heart rate and how to work on that. So there's that for you.
Here, I got it. Thank you. Thank you. Yep.
There's my healthy environment. And then she said, well, let's look at keeping a food diary.
That's my fitness pal.
And I said, I do it in my fitness pal. And she said, well, you need to cut out 600 calories. So I need to go from 22 to 1624. And I said, well, how did you come up with this 1624 for me personally, individually? It's all about me, not generally women at my age. And she said, well, this is the average calculation. And I said, so this is not about me personally. I said, because you're not telling me whatever. So I had some questions about it. And she said, well, maybe you need a little bit of a higher protein. I don't know what you're eating, where we can change what you're eating other than you need to lower the calorie intake. But yet, you're not feeding your body, which you have told me before, that I'm not feeding my body, not eating enough. And I said, well, how do I eat more when I'm now dropping 600 calories? She gave me no suggestions. I said, am I eating more spinach? Am I eating more protein? What am I eating to fuel my body, but yet I'm lowering 600 calories? So she didn't answer that. She said I need to have a little bit of a protein after my workouts. And I said, well, sometimes I get home, I'll have like chocolate milk or almond milk, whatever, or a protein shake, which I haven't done in a while, but I'll try to get something in. And she said like that much. That's what I should be eating and drinking.
So what is that much?
Just that much. Let me know what that much is.
I want to know what that
That's
much
what she
is.
said.
That much, and that
Yes.
is close to about 6 ounces.
It's different than this much right here. So, she said, well, we can look into a ketos, Atkins, whatever kind of different meal plan, but I need you to stop the intermittent fasting for the next 4 to 6 weeks. I need you to keep a food diary, and I need you to lower the calories. And I think your workout is too intense. You're doing too much. So you need to start looking at a different type of training. And she said, well, I am a personal trainer, and I just feel that some of your work is too much. And I said, so the box squats and jump rope, as I'm looking in, is too much cardio? I said, I do know the weightlifting, I'm getting stronger. But I said, how can you tell what my muscle is versus my weight, my fat? I said, from this point on, I want to know, how can you change, tell me. And she said, well, I know, you see how Health has, the pods or whatever, and you can go and sit in it and it can give you an idea, whatever. She said, but we don't do that here. Okay. So then she gave me this goal sheet checklist that I'm supposed to check off and look at. And then, so her suggestion is continue with nutrition plan as subscribed, exercise plan, try to add another day, 64 to 72 ounces of water, and I kind of need to manage my food portions. She did mention that at some point. And I said, I don't eat where I'm stuffed anymore. I eat and I'm content. I was like, I've kind of worked on the control. I may not choose the right food to eat for that control, but. So then she gave me the summary and she said my blood pressure was too high, and I said, well, it's probably because I kind of came in, like you said, a little fired up. I mean, if you went on record, you already have me doing all of it. We've already tried a lot of this.
You saw that. 183. I wasn't going to film today. Haven't been feeling well past few days actually. Haven't been filming. I gotta get this shit together.
He already got me right.
It's not even on.
The camera, right? I'm always camera filming.
Thursday, March 5th. Guess what? Back at urgent care. Got a fever. Just not getting better. Something's got to give. I've lost too much weight. Haven't been able to work out. I haven't been able to be myself. Can barely breathe. I don't know. We'll see what they say this time. And they got me in a kid's room, which is kind of cute. But now we're getting set to take some chest x-rays. Currently my fever's at 100.5. That's actually coming down. So we'll see how this goes.
Hi there, we'll be with you in just a little bit.
I'm pretty sure this one's down because everything's freaking soaking.
Yeah.
Just toss it in. Don't worry about it.
So here's the latest on my health condition. So obviously I went back to the doctor and now I have an antibiotic and an oral rinse. So I have bronchitis, which cough can linger for a while. So I'm already feeling better taking the antibiotics. Feeling better than I have the past few days, definitely. So hopefully here's to getting back to peak performance. So I'm holding steady at 183. It's a good thing. Off of antibiotics. Now I'm back to taking, my multivitamins, my GI assist, things that is going to help my gut, because a lot of times antibiotics and other medications fuck with your gut. So I still have the cough, still get chills and fever time to time, but nothing as it was before. But yeah, it's Tuesday, March 10th, and one of my clients who's a nurse said that with bronchitis it could be up to 100 days. You see, I'm out of breath just talking. I don't like this whatsoever. So I'm holding pretty steady. You know, I know I have clothes on today for this weigh-in, but holding pretty steady. I will say it's about 183, 184. So Saturday the 14th, past 3 days, well, Thursday, Friday, have felt great. Besides, still have this lingering cough. Woke up this morning feeling good. Still have somewhat of a cough. So we'll go another 2 days without working out, which would make it really probably like 8 weeks of not working out, except for the 4 sets of chest press I did the other day, and the teaching of the classes. But start on Monday doing some bro sets because I still don't have my wind, and see how things go there. My appetite is slowly picking up, so that's a good thing as well. So we'll see how things go for the rest of the day. Talk to you later. Hey crew, thanks for watching the video. I know it was a little bit different. As many of you know, I have been sick actually since like mid-February. Been fighting and fighting and fighting. Found out I had a upper respiratory infection, and then got on medication for that. It helped for a little bit, and then shit started to hit the fan again. Come to find out, the upper respiratory infection turned into bronchitis. So I've been dealing with that, and even the doctor said the cough from the bronchitis will linger. So over the past 3 days, I've been feeling very good, except for having a hard time catching my breath, and that's part of the bronchitis. So if I do stuff that exerts a little bit more energy than I can deal with at the moment, I have a hard time catching my breath. So but other than that, I've been feeling a lot better. My weight, as you saw, is kind of holding steady at the 183 mark. So hopefully it'll start building back up as I increase my appetite. I'm starting to eat more, and what I mean by more is I'm making sure that I'm eating strategically at certain times of the day so that I'm not missing my calories. So I'm trying to get all my 3,800 calories I was getting in back in the beginning of February back in to this body, so I can get back from the 183 back up to the 210, 215 where I normally sit. Again, I apologize for this video. It was a little bit different than a lot, but hopefully as we move forward, I'll be able to do other videos, other vlogs that's going to be back to the normal stuff, and maybe even some more exciting things. I do have something planned for April 3rd. Now, I do know right now practically the entire country is in quarantine for the most part. So many things are being shut down currently at this time of this recording, which is, Sunday, March 15th. Our gym, Crunch gyms around the country, and in Australia and Canada, are still open. So, and I know there's been a lot of questions of I don't know, is Crunch money hungry, or or what's going on? But I don't fault them for not closing. People, if they want to come to the gym, they'll come to the gym. If they don't want to come to the gym and they fear, getting the coronavirus, COVID-19, then don't come to the gym. That's, the best advice, that comes with that. Now, for us instructors who are, either personal training or doing group fitness classes, I know there's some that are really concerned about that as well. But again, you also have the option of not teaching your class, finding a sub. And I'm sure the group coordinator can, cancel the class if you don't feel comfortable. Right now, they're not, saying that you can't do that. And I'm saying all this because as a person that does teach some classes and does do personal training, I mean, it basically is my job. I do every day. What I hear amongst the members who are continually coming to the gym is that they don't want the gym to close. So it's going to be, crunch is damned if it do, damned if it don't. But, if the government says we have to shut down, that's just going to happen. But as I know, they're going to try to push us far as they can go without having to close down because it's become a place for people to go to, not to be stuck in the house. And I understand that, the fear of getting infected or thing, something like that is there. And believe me, Crunch is doing any and everything they can to keep the gyms as clean as possible. I see a lot more members actually, number one, washing their hands. Why weren't you doing that before? Number two, wiping down equipment. Again, why weren't you doing that before? I'm just saying. But yeah, that's the way things are going right now. And I know there are some gyms across the country who have already shut down for the next 2 to 3 weeks. And I understand that too. For anyone who's watching this video and wants workouts to do at home because you don't want to go to the gym, hit me up. Send me a message, SirRahProFitness@gmail.com, and I'll get you set up with workouts that you can do at home. I'll even customize them to whatever equipment you may or may not have. So again, thanks for watching the video, and see you in the next one. Peace.